Hey Dan, this is Eddie Multiman Services. We spoke briefly earlier today about the house washing, deck cleaning, and fence cleaning, so you can go ahead and get everything sealed up. And I just wanted to recap briefly on our conversation that we had to kind of visually maybe explain how we go about wood restoration. And in no particular order, I'm going to go through the photos that I took while I was doing the assessment at your property. Excuse me, and that way, what I can do is you can get a better idea as to how we're going to approach your custom project. So this is a house with, you know, raw, unsealed or stained wood in Madison. And you can see what it looked like before we started. This is with us not applying any detergent or anything. And in the process, we can make your wood look darker or lighter depending on the chemicals that we use. We can use a bleach treatment and white it out. We can use a sodium hydroxide treatment to make the wood look darker. But whichever look that you're looking for, we always want to follow it behind with a wood brightener treatment, which essentially is an oxalic acid. And after we apply that to the wood, it's going to change the acids or tannins to allow any sealers or stains to be properly accepted into the wood, which ultimately means for you that the wood is going to be able to keep its sealer and soak in better. Your job's going to last longer and you'll have to work less to do it again, a year or 2 years down the road. So let me know how you'd like to proceed when it comes to the wood restoration, lighter or darker. It tells me on what chemical to use and how to go about charging you accordingly. If you don't care if it's lighter or darker, lighter is obviously easier for me. If I have to use sodium hydroxide and other harsher chemicals, I have to, have a helper and make sure that I'm not getting that chemical on any of your surfaces, like your siding, um, uh, painted aluminum flashing, other things that the sodium hydroxide chemical can melt away things unnecessarily. So it's a more challenging chemical to use in the process of wood restoration. So let me take you to a different screen here, and that way we can. It's over here. In no particular order, this is your fence here. Looks like you told me it's brand new, and we want to get it washed up so you can seal it. So just like I mentioned in this page here, we could make your fence look darker or lighter, however you want to proceed. Um, just let me know. Now your deck here, it does look like it has some type of painted spindles. So if we were to use that hydroxide type stain stripper or sealer stripper, it may or may not work depending on if you have previous oil base or water base. So um, things to consider when cleaning your deck. But you can hire anybody, me included, to just show up, apply a chemical on it, and power wash it, and it's going to look about 90% better. And I don't mind doing that for you, but I wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page before we get started, depending on how deep or intense you want to get into the work. So I took some photos of your roof, more or less to just document everything along the way. You're starting to see some black algae here. That is suggested that we get that treated over time. And if you look in here, right in here, there's some debris on top of your roof in the valleys, so that will make your gutters not perform properly. Um, Also, a lot of debris sitting on top of your guards over here. If we keep going, I can clean up your basketball court here to make that look brand new. Uh, it'll be like a low pressure soft wash. Get these railroad ties looking brand new. Your fence really doesn't need much work. Essentially, you're just making sure that it looks prepped for the future. Um, you are starting to develop a little bit of moss in here. So once this gets worse, what it'll do is it'll dry up and it'll pull aggregate off your shingles. And and then it'll shorten the lifespan of your roof. So highly encourage that we get that treated in some way. And I will offer you some pricing on that in the proposal that you see. While we're doing the fence, it probably would be easier for us to apply our cleaner to the fence and your shed all at the same time. That way I don't have to tarp it off, tape it off. We can just do one big cleaning fiasco and be done with it right away. If you don't want anything done with the shed, I understand that. I probably will have to charge you more so that I don't get any of my cleaner on it and it won't look funny when you have splatter marks. So this is something that kind of concerned me when I was flying my drone. I thought that I saw that your guards were broken, but what this is a rain diverter. So, and unfortunately, instead of it actually doing its job, it's just collecting debris on top of your roof. So we're suggesting that you get a roof debris removal service performed so that your gutters can be, function like they were intended to. So that's kind of really all I have. I think I've scanned through all the photos here. Down below is a bunch of options for you to pick and choose from. And however you want to proceed, you're a smart guy. I'm sure you'll make the right decision. I can't tell you what to do, but if you look at the bundled services here, as a home service professional the last 10 years, the more efficient you allow me to be in doing multiple services, the better discount I can provide to you. Like we discussed over the phone, maybe it makes sense since you have the darker siding and we don't know how it's going to react to the hard water spotting, that we break this up into 2 projects where we focus on the wood restoration, the deck and the fence. Then you can go about, do your thing on all the wood, staining or sealing, however you want to proceed. After you make a mess on that and prior to your, block party or, fun event that you have around your pool and you're having friends over, we'll have a better idea as to how the siding is going to dry up when the water dries on it after we clean your deck. And we can come up with a new game plan on washing your house down the road then. So any questions you have, don't hesitate to call me on my personal cell and we'll get things. So I hope I didn't bore you with too many babble details, but obviously I want to make sure that we provide the best solution for your needs. And this is my cell phone. At any time, feel free to call or text me, and we can iron out any unknown details that may come to you after watching this video. Take care, Dan. Thanks so much.